at 10:30, and I'm going to show you how to foil onto candles in that Facebook Live.
You
so
and I need
make
to
sure
talk.
you tune in.
All right. Anyway, so I'm going to keep my little iPad right here when we need it. All right, so let's talk about what's coming up next. Now, you showed a design earlier, and you talked about the markers, right? On the little Christmas ornaments.
Come and have a look. Do you know, I use these markers all the time. If you want metallic but vibrant finish, or you want to be able to watercolor, but you want to do it all with one product, and you want to be able to work onto porous and non-porous surfaces like coasters, like glass, like tiles, like ceramic, you can easily do that with these incredible, beautiful colors. Now, I've got so many demonstrations to show you, it's unreal, so I'm gonna have to go straight into it. However, I do just want to show you, for that price, you would imagine you are just getting the 6 markers. However, in this set, you get the 6 markers. I've also included a whole pack of the black card for you. The black card is what really makes it pop. So I've put a whole 30 sheets of the black card, and then also one of these beautiful stamp sets, because I know you're going to want to try and do a lot of the techniques that I'm going to show you now. So I thought, let's include some butterfly. You can never go wrong with butterflies, Guy, right? So watch this, right? I'm going to take these pens. Let me show you. Each one of these pens has this beautiful brush end and also this little fine detail writing end. So fine detail, really fine.
Right.
Brush, beautiful detail brush,
just flip it around when you got to do the
Just flip it around.
That's
now,
easy.
obviously, my favorite is purple.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, if you're into brush lettering, these pens were just absolutely made for brush lettering.
Wow.
Right? Wow. But the other great thing, and look at them. So you've got that, it's like the chalky metallic finish on them.
Yeah.
And as they dry, they become more kind of like chalky and metallic in their finish. But what I love about them is you can watercolor with them. So if you catch them quickly, right, I can put a little bit of my red down here.
Oh, and you can work it?
And while it's still wet, I can work it down into a lighter kind of shade of color, right?
I like that.
However, they've also got a special drying agent built in. So once they dry, so this one up here is dry, come over with that now, not going to move with water. So you can't, so you can either watercolor if you catch it within about 30 seconds, or once it's set, it is literally set, which just opens up a whole host of techniques.
I love the colors of these, how they're, you know what I mean? How they're, like we said, a little bit iridescent, but kind of chalky at the same time. I love them. I love how they finish. They remind me of like if you had beautiful colored chalk on a chalkboard.
They're lovely. And I wanted you to see them scribbled out, not just on the ends of the pens, because you've got to see that, like you said, chalkboard finish to these, right? Now, here's the thing. They are also ink pads. So for $22.95, you have got 6 chalky ink pads. So watch this, right? Let's have a little bit of a colour. So if we do the, we'll colour down the butterfly first.
So right on the stamp.
So you can do this with either an acrylic stamp or with a rubber stamp. I thought I would show you a rubber stamp for a change because it picks up on the camera a little bit easier. You can see that I'm colouring in the rubber here, and I can blend from one to the other because these are water-based, which means they're gonna mix together. Really
and you're using
easily.
the thicker side of
just to make life a little bit easier for me, right? And then I can come in with another colour down the centre, pick up all these shades,
and on these little antennae.
And then I'm ready. Do you know I once said live on air, I was like, and then the butterfly's antlers.
I'd be fine with that.
I think butterflies have antlers.
I'm sure a butterfly would love to have antlers.
Right, so.
I have a hard time getting off the ground, but anyway. Oh, look what you did.
Does that look good? But then watch, if I catch it while it's still wet, right, and just attack it with the water, can you see now the butterfly is starting to kind of like spritz and move? So it'll just move with the water, and then as it dries, you get that real kind of ethereal, no, you don't want that much water on. You are obviously not going to lift it up for the camera, but so that you can see it gets that, you can either stamp it and leave it. So I can do another one here. This has got a little bit of life left in it, I hope. Stamp it and leave it, and you get that beautiful finish. Right, there we go again. Or you can spritz it and it gets that movement going.
Yeah, almost like a foggy look to it. It's really neat. Yeah.
Brilliant to be able to do with your stamping.
$22.95. This is $7 off. $5 to ship everything today. So I know a lot of you are like, well, I can only buy 3 or 4 things because, you know, $5 shipping every time. No. It's $5 for the entire order. See that big blue thing down on the bottom of the screen that says $5 to ship your entire order. So go ahead and load up. You deserve this. I want you to think about when you get these home and how much fun it's gonna be for you to be able to create all these different things. Isn't it nice having, like, it's like a well-stocked kitchen, because I love to eat, I like to cook. No, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And when I go in the kitchen, if I got no eggs and I need, that makes me really sad. So make sure you stock up so you have all these different things and you can enjoy all these different designs. These pens are going crazy. People are going nuts for them. And by the way, I think this also comes with the paper pad.
Comes with the
you
pad
get the black
and
paper.
the stamps.
And what is there, 30 pages in there, Sarah?
Yep,
That's what it
30
says?
pages,
Okay.
and it's the 9x12. It's the larger size as well. Now I'm just showing you here a little bit of a watercolouring technique. So you see how easy it is. Working from my glass mat, and I can just pick up a little bit of colour, and I can just paint with these as though they were metallic paints. So you imagine one product, I've used them as an ink pad, I've used them to paint with, I've used them to brush letter with, I've used them to stamp with. I mean, all of these from one single product. Can you see how easy it was to work?
We are getting a lot of people that are talking about this on our Facebook page. Kevin says, wow, they're cool. Beautiful butterfly. He said he used to color a lot when he was a kid. Robbie says these markers are amazing. The color is like liquid ink. I love the brightness of them too. So lots of people are joining our Facebook page, and I love that. I mean, we're interactive. We want to know what you think. And sometimes, you know, the comments you leave are great for other people that are on the fence about something. They might be like, well, does it do this? And if you already have it and you know, feel free to join the conversation. So these are easy to use. Again, remember, you've got the fine tip on one side for your details, and then you have the thicker tip on the other side for filling in and doing, you know, even if you're doing lettering and things like that. These are a customer pick on hsn.com. And, you know, we had these once before. We sold them out back in March.
Oh, these are
and they're just back. They're the lowest price. Do you know, Sarah, they're the lowest price we've ever offered these for.
Do you know, and
it's
also,
a good deal.
It's so difficult to get hold of these markers. Basically, once we've started making them, Guy, I think we've grossly underestimated how they would go down.
I think people, you know what it is? A lot of people aren't good with a paintbrush.
No, but
they're okay with a pen,
That's
right?
exactly it. Now look at this. I could paint that with a paintbrush.
I get a little shaky with a paintbrush. I don't know why, but a pen I'm okay with.
People worry about it.
I know.
Now look at this. I'm working onto vellum. I'm working onto acetate. All these different products. The pen can just go straight from one to the next. And remember, it's got that drying agent in, so that will dry steady. Or if you want to watercolour with it, even though I'm watercolouring onto vellum here, can you see how much further that ink is going just when I start and watercolour it?
And it gives you more of the shadowing effect and the different sort of layering of what a natural petal would look like.
So vibrant, so easy to do. And that is onto the back of beautiful vellum. So whether it's vellum, whether it's acetate, whether you're working these onto ceramic, you're working them onto tiles, you're watercolouring with them, you're stamping with them. I tell you what, their pen is about as versatile as you can get in one colour.
Yeah, you're going to love them. Remember, you get a whole bunch of them to go along with the kit. Plus, you get the paper pad with 30 sheets of the black paper. So if you'd like it, 632314 is the item number. Flex pays only $5.74. And once again, $5 to ship everything. All right, coming up. You remember the edgeable dies?
Oh, yes.
Sarah,